So this morning we had a really cool discussion about the bad seed, about what we've read so far. And in thinking back to what a lot of you guys were talking about in answering the question of whether we think the seed is really bad, a lot of you guys brought up that his behaviors are annoying, but not maybe truly evil. And then some other people were saying it kind of depends on the context, and from some people's perspective, they were bad. So there were different opinions about that. I'm going to pick up from where we left off with him saying that he was a bad seed. I just can't help it. Sure, I wasn't always this bad. I was born a humble seed on a simple sunflower, in an unremarkable field. I had a big family, seeds everywhere. We found ways of having fun. We were close. And I'm noticing here he's very different, right? He doesn't seem bad. And I was thinking about what Derek said this morning, where he said sometimes people are bad because something changes them. And that's what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen here, because it's talking about I wasn't always that way, hinting that something's going to change. But then the petals dropped. Here's our change. And our flower drooped. Look at all their faces as they fall. It's kind of a blur. Oh, what do you think happens? You see the kind of the packet here? Here's the rake scooping them up. Everything went dark. Why did everything go dark? And then a giant. I thought I was a goner. I thought I was done for. I screamed and I hollered, "Ah! Pachoo!" But I was spit out at the last possible second. It is disgusting. I flew through the air and landed under the bleachers with a huge thud. Ugh, gross. He landed in gum. So he's happy with his family. His flower gets harvested or his home gets destroyed. Then he gets packaged in a plastic bag. And then someone not only tries to eat him, but spits him out. And he lands in chewing gum. Ugh. When I woke up, it was dark outside. A wad of gum had softened my fall. I felt okay, but something had changed in me. I'd become a different seed entirely. I'd become a bad seed. Look at him here compared to back on the sunflower. Here, happy, smiling, together with his family. All is lovely and delightful. And then the harvesting, being put in the bag, getting eaten, getting spit out, falling in gum, and now look at him. So whenever you see that contrast, a character go from being one way to being another way, that's one of those times where you have to ask yourself, why? What happened? Why did the character change? Why is the character acting this way? So looking at him now, I want you to take a minute and in your language arts notebook or on a doc if that's what you're using, I want you to write down, what do you think changed the seed? Why did he become bad? Give me a couple of sentences answering that question. Go ahead and pause the video while you're writing, and then you can start again. I'd become a bad seed. A bad seed. That's right. I stopped smiling. I kept to myself. I drifted. Looked sad. I was friend to nobody and bad to everybody. I was lost on purpose. I lived inside a soda can. I didn't care, and it suited me. That means it worked for him, or her, or it. Until recently, I've made a big decision. I've decided I don't want to be a bad seed anymore. I'm ready to be happy. It's hard to be good when you're so used to being bad, but I'm trying. I'm taking it one day at a time. Okay, so we just learned about how he changed from being happy to being a bad seed. I'm curious what made him change his mind, or her mind. Why did the seed suddenly decide that it was done being bad and it wanted to be good again? Do you think it was like all the other seeds being upset with it, or did something happen? Sure, I still forget to listen, and I still show up late, and I still talk during movies, and I do all kinds of other bad stuff. But I also say thank you, and I say please, and I smile, and I hold doors open for people. Not always, but sometimes. And even though I still feel bad sometimes, I also feel kind of good. It's sort of a mix. All I can do is keep trying and keep thinking. Maybe I'm not such a bad seed after all. Hey, look, there goes that bad seed. Actually, he's not all bad anymore. I heard that. Look how happy he is, and you've got the sun behind him shining like it's a new day. Do you think it makes a difference? Like, how do you think he feels now that the other seed kind of stood up for him? Right in the beginning, all of the seeds were like, yeah, that's a bad seed. But now when somebody says that's a bad seed, the pistachio says, actually, he's not all that bad. And he's smiling over here. All the seeds. There is a bad seed. He's not so bad. And that's the end of the book. So, think about what you said at the beginning about whether or not he was a bad seed. What do you think now? And obviously, this is a book about a seed, but it's really kind of helps us look at ourselves and look at who we are. So, what do you think? Do you think people can change? Do you think that people are bad or good? Or do you think that we're a mix, like the seed? Take a minute in your notebook and write down your opinion. What do you think? Do you think that people are good or bad, or do you think that we can be a mix? Do you think we can change? And go ahead and write your thoughts in your notebook and be ready to share when we talk about the book on Friday.